Welcome to In the Middle with Principal Hayward. So excited to have my first student guest of Season 2 on the show today, Lily Newell. Lily is an outstanding student and has been since she arrived at Norton Middle School. Truly one of our best and brightest, both in the classroom and on the athletic field. And again, In the Middle is a show where you get to learn about the people and staff and students that make Norton Middle School such a special place. Lily Newell, thank you for being on the show.
Me.
Absolutely, absolutely. You were recommended by Ms. Shalingo.
Yeah.
Told me you'd be a great guest to have on. And after looking in, doing let me research some questions. She's right. You've been an outstanding student for us.
Thank you.
So let's get right into it and learn about Lily Newell. So far, 8th grade, kind of your final year at Norton Middle School. Last year, the kids had like 8th grade itis, so hopefully that hasn't set in. But your final year at our school, what's been the highlight of the year so far?
The highlight of the year so far was probably, it's like not like a good highlight, but it was probably me getting injured and being out for a while.
How was that? Wow, that shocked me that that's your answer. I knew about the injury, but tell me more.
Well, because it came to my surprise. Like, I never thought that my last year being on the middle school team would be me sitting out for almost 3/4 of the season being injured, and I wasn't expecting that. It wasn't like the brightest highlight, but it was something that just came to my shocking.
Yeah. Anything that do you think you learned or got stronger from having? Was it tough to go through that, being out while the team was playing?
Yeah, it was tough. I've never been out for that long before.
Yeah.
I had learned like how much appreciation I do have for the coaches of how hard they work. Miss Shalingo did have me out there on the sidelines helping her with the positions and putting girls out there and warming up.
Yeah.
But it was something that I just learned, and it's more appreciation for her. It's showed how
because you were kind of spending a lot of time with her.
Yes, a lot.
Like kind of on the side there and seeing the ins and outs. And usually you'd be away.
And it showed me how tough I really am. I was pretty emotional about it, but it showed me that I can be injured, and it does happen to everyone.
Yeah. So mentally tough. You're talking about more than just physical, being able to go through it and stay connected to the team.
Yeah.
What was the injury?
My knee, so the layer in the bone, it was actually fractured in multiple spots. It was pretty bad. They called it a baby fracture or like a nasty bone bruise.
Yeah. Okay, but then you've been able to rejoin the team. I know because I read your name. You scored a couple of goals right away.
Yeah.
Did you score in your first game back?
Yes, I did. I scored three goals in my first game back.
3 goals in your first game back.
Yeah.
And how's the team doing?
We're 10-0. I've been on the team for the past 3 years, and that's the best that we've ever done.
So you're 10-0, and they bring you back as an injured player to a team that's, 7-0 at the time?
Yeah, around that.
And you scored 3 goals. Wow. That's what we call the rich getting richer. That's very good.
Yeah.
And have you put a few more in the since then?
The game after that, I actually scored again against, what team was that? That was Somerset. I scored the 3rd goal in that game. And then I didn't play in the random game because I actually had an x-ray. Okay. But we do have a game tomorrow against Swansea.
And that's the final home game?
Yeah.
Okay, looking to get a good turnout for that.
Hopefully.
And so obviously at 10-0, you guys are in the driver's seat for winning the league and doing that type of stuff, right?
We're in first place in the league. We have 100%.
Anyone close?
Bridgewater. We played them on Thursday, but we beat them. They only have 1 loss, though, so they're pretty close behind us.
Oh, so you could fall into a tie?
Yes, we could.
Okay, so you really got to finish strong. So even though you're 10-0, good lesson there. Finish strong.
Yeah.
You got to finish on top. When did you start to feel? So you've been on this team for 3 years. You've been a member of our athletic program for 3 years. You're obviously a Lancer.
Yes.
Right? At what point, when did you start to feel like you're a Lancer? Because I don't know if they have that in 4th or 5th grade, but when did you start to feel, I'm a Lancer?
I think I would say around last year. After I started to score more goals and I was mentioned more, and people started noticing it in the hallways. They'd be like, "Oh, great job today! You played great." It really made me feel like the school was supporting me, and it really did make me feel like a
and connected, and really connected to the school. You involved in any other clubs or activities or sports throughout the year?
I'm not actually. No. I'm pretty busy with my club team, so it just interferes with everything.
What's the name of the club team?
GPS, Global Premier Soccer.
Okay, and is that a year-round thing that
yes,
you guys
do? Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's pretty busy. So you're pretty specialized in soccer. That's the thing. Now, you've been doing amazing things here at Norton Middle School. Your grades are off the charts. I mean, I don't want to, violate any laws here by saying your grades, but I mean, I couldn't even find a low one at all. And I went back and looked. You also have an older sister.
I do.
Okay, Julia. She's a
Senior
at Norton High School, so she's in her final year there, and you're in your final year here. So
Yes.
we're kind of finishing up transition schools. Now, she's made quite a name for herself through cross country.
She's a track star, actually. She has made a huge name for her.
Yeah.
She went to, I think it was in March, she went to Raleigh, North Carolina, to Newell Outdoor Nationals. We know that was in June, actually.
Yeah.
And she went with her friends. And
I think you guys got to see the live stream or something.
Yes, me and Mrs. Bouchard and Mrs. Hammond, and we all just sat in the room before dismissal and we watched her live.
Yeah, so she's made quite a name now. Do you have she's a competitor. You're a competitor. I've seen that, and you've proved you could fight hard here through the injury and come back. Do you have a competitive relationship? Does she give you advice on how to prepare for stuff in the future, or is it like a competitive relationship that pushes both of you, or is it
We have
different?
A very competitive relationship.
Okay, so it's competitive.
Like whenever she brings up like how well she did in her game or she scored, then I always have to bring something up. Or if I talk about like how well I did, she has to bring it up. It's like somebody always has to win in our family.
Okay, so that's where, but it gets getting the best out of you. Okay, she good big sister, supportive.
She's a very good big sister. She helps me if I have issues with my friends or if I have issues with people in general or my grades. She's always there helping me out, especially because she has experience and she has been through all of this and she's done certain things. It's really helpful.
Yeah, she's kind of laid a good roadmap for you. I mean, I think you're going to forge your own path, and you're going to probably, obviously, do different and perhaps better things or different things or better things in different areas. Everyone's got their own path, but she's definitely made it quite a name for herself at Norton High School, and I think the Newell name will be in the papers and the sports pages for quite a while.
Yeah.
Based on what, did she ever try to get you to switch over? I know sometimes a lot of soccer people will switch over to cross country and stuff.
Yeah.
You ever thought about it?
She is trying to get me to do winter track indoor. Yeah. I honestly might do it as like an off-season sport, but she wants me to continue on the Newell name in track.
Yeah.
Because she plays soccer, but she's not the biggest fan of it.
Yeah.
But she really wants me to do track.
Yeah, she's done it. What's the best advice she's ever given you?
If people are not being honest with you or being true to you or being disrespectful, they're not worth your time. Yeah. Like you're better, you're not better than them, but you have better things to do with your time than deal with them. So throw them behind your shoulder and then continue on. Yeah, no time for negative people. No time. Focus on positive people, and that's good advice. Good advice. Switching gears, if you were in charge of planning the winter dance here. The winter dance. If you were in charge the winter dance, and you could have any singer or band come and perform live at Norton Middle School, who is it? If I had to do that, I would have One Direction get back together and perform. One Direction and get back together and perform. And I would have a big soccer tournament in the gym, and you would rotate, and there would be a championship. But tons of my favorite foods and this One Direction, and I would probably say, who else would I put out there on stage? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know any One Direction songs, but I certainly heard of One Direction. Yeah. My nephew, I asked him this question. He was on the show. He said Lil Pump or something. I didn't even know it was a singer. I didn't know it was a person. Like Drake or someone like that there too. All right. Well, that sounds rappers. Like it'd be good. Tell me something you admire about a person you look up to. I mostly looked up to my grandma. My grandma actually passed away a few years ago due to cancer. Okay. But I looked up to her tremendously. It was insane. Yeah. She was so strong. She battled through as hard as she could. Getting emotional. She was so strong and yeah. Well, that sounds great. It sounds like you get a lifetime of memories with that, and that strength. I think you've already shown that going through what you've gone through. What's your favorite subject here at Norton Middle School? So you got a favorite subject? Yeah. What's your favorite subject, things that you like to do, class you look forward to? And it could be any time, not just 8 Purple. It could be in specials or
I think you were on what? What were you on in 6th grade?
I was purple, purple, purple all 3 years.
All 3 years, purple, purple. Now that's just random.
That's
random,
it comes up
random. But so you kind of did that whole thing.
Yeah.
So tell me about your favorite class or subject that you've had.
I would probably say music or social studies.
Music or social studies? Any particular teacher or just subject?
Particularly Miss Shalingo. Having her as a coach and a teacher was a big plus for me because I understood her as a teacher and as a student. Or no, a teacher and as a person.
Yeah.
And so, like, when she taught me, like, I understood like how much she's gone through and like how good at teaching she was, and it gave me the passion of actually really enjoying social studies, of having Mrs. Down last year who was incredible, and now having Mr. Kuzmich. I couldn't get any better, honestly. Yeah,
no, that's a good group of we've got a great social department on both sides, but social studies, that's good. If you could live, so Norton's a very special place. I'm finding that this is my 5th year in Norton. I'm finding more and more it's a special place. Great community, actually. When you get older and you start your own thing, would you rather live in the city or the suburbs? What's your kind of take? What do you see?
I would say the suburbs.
You think the suburbs?
Yeah, I feel like I'm not like the person that likes commotion. I like to stay back and relax. So I feel like the suburbs would be really nice.
Yeah, so you're wanting to live in the suburbs and maybe a place even like Norton? All right, cool. If the school had to get rid of, so say we had to get rid of something, hypothetical.
Yeah.
We had to get rid of Chromebooks or chairs. What would you vote to get rid of?
Most classrooms has yoga balls, so I would pick chairs. The Chromebooks are so helpful. Like, they get everything done. You see your grades on there. You get activities. So
we have I'm going to say no, not even yoga balls. There's nothing. We're either Chromebooks and we're standing, or there's desk and there's no Chromebooks. What would you pick?
I would do no chairs. I'm not a fan of writing, like handwriting. A lot of that gets my hands sore and like it's painful. But the Chromebooks make everything so much easier. Yeah.
Well, they definitely changed the game, and just maybe we should do that as a question, just to see what people would say. Okay, but you would come down. What do you think would? Now this is building off of that. So you would say I'd rather the Chromebooks and stand. And you're young and athletic, so why not? Right?
Yeah.
Why not? What do you think would win in the school? What do you think would win? So not what you would choose, but what do you think would win?
The get rid of the chairs. Because we're like the social age, like everyone's always on some sort of electronics. And knowing some of like the younger kids, they are especially addicted now. Yeah. And so I feel like if they got rid of the chairs, everyone would so be happy.
They'd just be fine. All right, I'm going to put that out as a question. We're going to see what the results are. What teacher do you think you're most like and why?
I might have to say Miss Shalingo again.
Miss Shalingo. Let's keep it, not Miss Shalingo's great. Let's keep it on 8 purple this year.
8 purple this year?
Yeah. And your specials too. You can have this special.
I would say Mrs. Flagg. Mrs. Flagg is the teacher that's so like relaxed, and she goes with everything. Like, she has a chair, like a big comfy chair that she has in her room with a blanket, and she always sits in there. That's what I like to do. Yeah. And so I feel like I relate to that a lot. And I also like science a good amount. Yeah. And so relating to her, and she always has snacks in her room. So I feel like if I had to teach a subject and how to teach it, it would be like Mrs. Flagg.
Mrs. Flagg. Okay, that's great. Is there something that all the kids, like if you're on 8 Purple, all the kids know about one of the teachers, like something funny thing that they do or saying that they have that only kids on 8 Purple would like know, like about a teacher?
Probably Mrs. Flagg. She hisses sometimes when she gets angry.
Hisses?
Instead of like cursing or...
What's that sound like?
I don't know.
It's like a hiss, like...
Yeah, like a cat. And,
really?
She's talking about it, and she was saying how last year she hissed a lot. But we never seen her this year do it. But I feel like if people out in 8 White heard about it, they wouldn't believe us.
Yes, hissing. Yes, that used to be popular, I think, in the 40s.
Yeah.
Is there something that your friends would consider like so you? Okay.
So me?
Like this is so Lily. Is there something that is just kind of something that you do or you think your friends would say, that's so Lily?
I would say like social media type of stuff. Like I edit a lot of stuff, like video-wise. I film videos on like my GoPro, and I edit those, and I usually post those somewhere on my social media, or I edit photos, and I feel like I've got to the point where I'm getting good, like really good at it. Like,
okay.
And some of my friends like noticed that. They're like, "Oh, you're really good at this." And me and my friend had like a YouTube channel for like a year.
Okay, so it was a hobby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, what's like the GoPro? That's like the helmet cam?
You could have it like on a stick, or you can have it on a helmet, or like a chest mount.
And so are these like action, like you jumping down the stairs or something?
I have a pool, so I do like a lot in the pool.
Are they waterproof?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Or like bring them, like if I like play soccer in like a field, I could wear it and you could see me doing it. But
the real thing is the editing that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's a technical type of thing.
Yeah, my family's very technological.
They're into technology.
Yeah, my dad edits a lot of stuff. He takes photos. I take photos too, and
You do the photography club, but you're busy on the soccer field.
Yeah, I take photos a good amount. I take my sister's prom pictures. I took pictures for my club team when I was injured. My coach gave me his camera, and I was taking pictures for my team. And one of them actually ended up on the GPS Instagram, but that Instagram was countrywide, so everyone in the country saw one of my pictures.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Hobby, or you think this could become a career? Because it sounds like you got some skills and you got some interest and you sound a little passionate about it.
It could be a career, honestly.
Okay.
If certain things don't work out for me, I could probably go on and taking like really professional pictures or becoming a professional editor or something like that.
Cool, cool. If I was going to hire you to work here, so you think of the jobs I have here, what job would you want? I could say I'm going to hire you, I could give you any job in the building. What job would you want?
I would either want to be the music teacher, the gym teacher, the soccer coach, or the social studies teacher. Okay,
well, I could have guessed that. Those are all good stuff. Do you have your sights set on a particular college or career? I know we talked about the photography kind of hobby, maybe career. You said if something doesn't work out, what's that something?
If I had to pick a college if I wanted to go to, Clemson University has always been like a dream of mine to go there. Okay. Or even Loyola down in Maryland, or maybe even BC or BU, like somewhere really good. And I do want to play soccer in college, but if that doesn't work out, I would go for like a major of photography or editing, or even like entrepreneurship, because I want to like.
So you're interested in one of those schools, all great schools you just named. You're interested in their soccer programs and perhaps doing something with photography or business, like being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great. Now, you called it a dream, okay? Hopes and dreams. But you have done some substantial things. You're getting good grades. You're working on your skills. You probably put a lot of work into soccer. You're in this off-season, the GPS program that you do. Have you done anything beyond just kind of hoping at this point? Have you gone to their websites, checked it out, looked at things?
Yeah, I've gone to some college websites to see like players and like what's their grades and like what they study.
Yeah.
And like what positions they play, because they could use certain positions that I could probably try out, maybe get on there. Yeah. But I'm going to try to do high school soccer next year and hopefully make varsity next year.
Yeah.
But I want to continue that all the way through high school and even all the way through college if I can.
Okay, so that's your goal. Next year, finish strong this year. We got to beat Bridgewater.
Yeah.
So beat Bridgewater first. That's up. We get this. Going to get a great season in the books. Stay healthy with the leg, right? And then attempt to and try to make the varsity squad next year as a freshman.
Yeah.
You made our team as a sixth grader, which was a great feat. And then you're going to keep going, following some good footsteps that Julia set down, and then maybe going beyond and on your own path.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Can you tell me one thing? It's like a trivia question, kind of. Every day I start the day with a certain thing. Can you tell me the 4 things of Lancer's lead? Be
responsible.
Okay.
Be better.
Yeah.
Be kind.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the last one? I'm so close.
Yeah. So you have be kind, be responsible, be better.
Oh, I feel like I should know. You say it every morning.
I say it every morning. That's okay. I'm not putting you on the spot. Be respectful.
I knew it was another R.
We're getting it close. We're branding it. We're getting it in. And we do that really just so we can have a good culture and climate at the school. Tell me, and that's what I think is the best thing about the school, that I think we've got kids that like each other, treat each other good, and, you know, develop great kids like you. What do you like most about Norton Middle School? That was mine. What do you like most about the school?
Oh, like the programs, the teachers, the students. The nicest people I've ever met in this school are in this school. Like, I know they're moving my friends, especially my friends like Ashton Brooke and Callie Dennett, Kira Dooley, Bella Vittorini.
Shout out time. We're giving shout out. Okay.
Rachel Calhoun, like all of them, they will be.
If she forgot anyone, she didn't mean to.
Like all of those people I know I will always remember, and I want to have them in my future, and all those, and like the teachers are just so kind, and they don't overload us with homework, but they do work us to help us remember everything and study everything and get everything done. And everything is just so, like, everyone's so nice at this school. And there's really every drama or something bad happening, or in, like, the programs. Like, the teachers just put so much effort in those kind of things. Like Mrs. Canada with the photography club, Miss Shalingo with the soccer team. Like, all those people, they put so much hard work into it to pursue something that they love. Especially you and Mr. Goldstein. You guys work so hard to make this such a great school. And I would really recommend this school to anybody if they could.
Well, you guys definitely deserve it, and I'm glad to hear those things. I know the teachers always appreciate kind words coming from the kids, you know what I mean? I tell them it doesn't, you know, maybe it means something, but coming from the kids when they hear that, it really puts a lot of wind in their sails, especially from great kids like you. As we move through grade 8, anything you're looking forward to? There are some things that we do in grade 8 different from others. But anything you're looking forward to through the rest of this year?
We'll answer Luau, especially at the end of the year. There will be emotions at the end of the year, but I'm really looking forward to that because it's going to be like a memory of like the childhood that I had going through all the elementary schools and this school. Like that's going to be emotional for all of us. But I'm excited for that, and also just so being the oldest ones in the school. It doesn't kicked in yet that we're the oldest ones because some of the 6th graders are taller than me. But there's someone.
Some of them are taller than me.
I know.
You know, that was such a quick.
And so like it just hasn't kicked in yet, and it's just so weird being the oldest one out there on the soccer field, being the captain, and like seeing girls that are sophomores now being my captains when I was just 6th graders, insane.
Well, really looking, and I think you guys know as 8th graders, and I think I asked when I met with you guys that you guys be good role models for the 6th graders. And give them something to look up to, and I think you're doing a good job. And you guys are a tight-knit group. I do think that you guys will be emotional at the Lancer Luau.
Yes.
It's a great event. It's our end-of-the-year wrap-up event that we do. And, I usually see the classes really bond and come together that night especially. So I think that's good. And then we've got a big 8th grade field trip that we'll do.
Oh, yeah, the New York trip.
Yeah, we've gone to New York the last few years. I know Mr. Goldstein's working hard to put that together. So,
especially going to be emotional on Thursday. I'm pretty sure Thursday's our last middle school game all together. And since for me, it's been my past 3 years, and I've been a captain, and this has been such a powerful and like a season that I can just like really visualize in my head. Like this has been probably the best season, and I haven't even played. It's going to be emotional. There will be some tears because it's going to be sad.
How many 8th graders on the team?
I think there's like around 11 or 12.
Oh wow!
There was a lot of girls who tried out. There was.
Well, I know there was
lots of returning.
The kids that didn't make it probably would be a good team and probably could be a competitive team in the league.
Insane,
just on the kids that didn't make it. So I know there's tough competition, and it's a lot of work that you guys put in. You've done a great job representing the school as a team, and Lily, you as an individual. And I want to thank you for coming on the show today. I think you did a great job kicking off Season 2 of the first Student Guest of the Year on In the Middle. So, again, another one of our best and brightest students here at Norton Middle School, 8th grader Lily Newell. Soccer standout, academic standout, goals of going off to college and career in the future, and hopefully blazing a path forward up at Norton High School that's going to be in a lot of the papers athletically, and finishing off a great soccer season here at Norton Middle School during the 2018 season. Thanks again.
Thank you.